Hi and welcome to this short session looking at some technical questions and more importantly the technical answers. You've been putting lots of questions to our partners over at Voltimom, so we've got the questions here. What I've got to do though is clear up the desk before I can start to go through the answers. So let me do this and I'll get back to you. Okay, I've tidied the desk, sort of, and as you can see here, we've got a very simple single phase installation. So I've got my transformer coil here, the supply out to the installation, the main fuse, and then it goes out to some form of load, the load neutral back into the star point of the transformer. But also I've got from the star point of the transformer, I've got the earth that comes out probably to a class 1 enclosure. So you can see that. Our question that we've got is how do you calculate ZS? So someone wants to know, how do you calculate that all important ZS? Well, ZS is equal to ZE plus, here we go, R1 plus R2. We tend to look at that as part separately. I'm going to quickly explain what we mean here. So looking at this part of the installation and how just to consider it separately, our ZE, this part here, this is going to be from there to there. So these 2 points here, that is known as ZE, Z external, your impedance external, that's what that's going to be. And then we've got here, this part is going to be your R1, and then this part here, that bit there, is going to be known as your R2. Now, effectively, that stops at the same point there. So your R2 will be to there. This part here, again, falls under that dotted line of, that's the external part. That's your ZE. And this is your R1, R2 part here. You're putting them lot together and you come up with that ZS. That's really important. If you're getting ready for your level 3 exams, this will be coming up. And you really do need to sort of remember this. R1 and R2, which is this part of the installation. ZE, which is this part of the installation here, the external part. You need to remember because this is all key for someone working towards their level 3. Another question that we got was around AFDD. So I've got one here. Someone's asking, how do you go about testing them? Well, there is only one test for them, and that's the test button. There's a test button on these, a little bit like there is on an RCBO or an RCD. That test is a functional test and should be carried out when you're doing your periodic inspection reports or straight after you've installed it to make sure it does actually do what it's meant to do. So hopefully those two questions help, and more importantly, the answers help for you guys out there. Keep putting your questions along, and what we'll keep doing is working with the Voltimom team to come up with some answers for you and get them answers out to you. In the meantime, if you're still wondering about applying for this year's competition, do so. Head to NICEIC.com, get yourself onto that apprenticeship part of the website. Very simply, click that part there, the apply now. You can get up to £2,000 holiday vouchers for your winning and nominate your apprentice. If you are the company that has that apprentice, you can get a year's free registration with NIC, EIC or Alexa. So please take the opportunity to look at the answers and more importantly the questions, or log on and have a go at this year's competition.